Bowdoin's they're a very good program. We knew that going into the game, but just wasn't our day.
Rachel, you guys were able to make a nice little run at the end of the second quarter, cut it to close at halftime. So what was the energy like going into the break?
From the start, we were so excited, to come into this game, to be here. We're tremendously grateful, and to go on a little. Games are so back and forth, there's one team has a run, another team has a run. It's really back and forth, and it feels good to get a couple points, but at the end of the day, we lost, and I'm heartbroken. But I'm so grateful for these girls and Bowdoin, like Coach said, and they said they played a tremendous game. Hats off to them. But I just want to thank the girls from the bottom of my heart and the coaching staff. I'm just so grateful for this team.
Coach, 3-point shooting, you started out 4 or 5, and the rest of the way you only hit 1 the rest of the way. Was it something they did, or just the shots just weren't dropping?
Probably a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we had some good looks, but I think they contested some shots pretty well, and probably led us to rush in some things a little bit when we did have some space to take our time and get a good shot off, and so I'm sure it was a combination of both, that their defense and us, their defense forcing us to play a little rushed and a little quicker than we had to at times.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the nature of shooting. Sometimes you get hot and you make a few in a row, and sometimes you struggle a little bit. And we didn't do enough around the basket and missed too many in the paint. I thought that was more so the difference. I don't know what the final numbers were in the paint, but I know they beat us up bad on the glass, and they beat us up bad inside. And we had some good looks at the inside on shots that were very finishable around the rim, and maybe we're a little bit intimidated going up, but I think that was a bigger deal, because the 3-point shots, they can come and go. You can get hot, and sometimes you just struggle, and you got to be able to balance that off and be able to finish inside and get to the free throw line, and we weren't able to do those things.
Lindsay hit 3 of those in the first, so obviously losing her in the second had to affect that too.
Yeah, I don't want to make any excuses, but when your best player, your senior point guard, is limited for, she gutted it out and did everything she could to be out there for a while, but she just really wasn't able to cut, and just had a hard time moving out there. So we knew it was going to be a challenge. We made a little run without her to close the second, but it's tough to lose a player like that at any time, but particularly for that long of a stretch.
Well, you go within 38-31 in the third, and then they hit a couple of threes, and that kind of started them letting them pull away a little bit.
Yeah, I thought we had 2 real good looks to start the half that didn't go, and maybe that changes things, but at the end of the day, they just beat us up inside on the glass and in the paint, and regardless of that, I think that the result probably would have been fairly similar. Maybe we would have been able to hang around a little bit longer, but credit to them. They were very, very aggressive and very physical inside, and took it to us there.
I wanted to, kind of just a little bit touched on it right there. The paint, in the paint, it was 36-24, but more importantly, they had a lot of rebounds on me in the second half. It was somewhat close in the first, but the second half, they doubled you up. Didn't quite have an answer for that. They have a lot of weapons. What can you do? What could you do?
Yeah, that was one of the things that I feel like I should have came up with some kind of better game plan or some kind of better strategy, because we knew that we were going to have a hard time helping inside, because they had so many people that can make shots around the perimeter, and we just allowed the ball to get in too deep, and once it did, we kind of had to pick our poison, whether we let them go one-on-one and they're probably going to score, and if we tried to help, they did a nice job moving the ball and knocking down some shots early. So I think that that's where I feel bad that it's going to be the one that kind of comes back to me, is I don't sleep for the next couple of days thinking about what I could have done better to put these guys in a better position to defend the interior.
Thank you.
Rachel, you led the team with 8 rebounds. How tough are they inside? When you fight them.
Well, they're tough. They definitely beat us up on the glass. It's just a huge component of the game, getting rebounds in. They definitely out-rebounded us, and Yeah, I don't really know what else to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, I think we just weren't urgent. You know, we didn't realize that our, post need help in there. You know,
Yeah.
the guards really needed to be in there and mix it up a little bit by getting a tip on the ball and get the, the ball not directly in their hands. So I think we just weren't urgent, all around.
You good?
I'm good.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you
Coach.
very much.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.